The southern state of Kerala in recent times has had its reputation tarnished by the rise of Islamic terrorism, narcotic jihad, and love jihad cases in the region. Aided by the left government, the radical Islamists in the region have started to come after not only Hindus but the Christians as well. Sensing the opportunity to educate the voters about the perils of persisting with Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan and his government, BJP has brought in the big guns to the state. After going all out to woo the tribal voters in Madhya Pradesh by launching several landmark schemes, BJP is now attempting to do the same with Christian votes. And although the elections are far away, BJP understands the need to be on the ground 24/7 for 365 days to make any dent in the left-bastion state. Hi and welcome to TFI English, the national socio-political analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I am your host Piyush, and if you haven't subscribed to the TFI English channel yet, hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon to receive all the latest updates. Coming back to the story, in this video I will explain why Christians in Kerala need to vote for the BJP. Reportedly, BJP National President JP Nadda last Friday addressed a public meeting in Kozhikode where he raised issues like discomfort among Christians over demographic changes in Kerala and narcotic jihad. Moreover, he also alleged that the CPIM-led Left Democratic Front government always gives an impression that they treat every section of the society equally, but their policy is pseudo-secularism, to give special treatment to one section of the society and try to divide other sections. Nadda said the left government gives an impression that they consider all sections of the society and that they are neutral, but they are encouraging Islamic terrorism. The Islamic terrorism is getting patronage of the CPIM government, and Kerala has become the breeding center for Islamic terrorism. The demographic change issue raised by Nadda is in line with the issues raised by many churches across the Christian spectrum and is linked to the church's claim of love jihad. The BJP top leader added, I would also like to share with you that the Kerala society at large is in discomfort. The Kerala society at large is uncomfortable and disturbed because of the fast demographic changes which are taking place, and religious leaders, especially from the Christian community, have been raising such issues time and again. The Christian community has also been raising the concerns of narcotic jihad. As reported extensively by the TFI for the better part of the last few years and even in the lead up to the last year's assembly polls, Kerala's churches including revered Syro Malabar Church have been raising the alarm about the Christian girls being targeted and killed in the name of love jihad. Opposition and influential leaders such as E. Sridharan have also raised the love jihad issue. Talking about the reality of the situation, the Metro Man had remarked, love jihad, yes, I see what's happened in Kerala. How Hindus are being tricked in a marriage and how they suffer. Not only Hindus, Muslims, the Christian girls are being tricked in a marriage. Now, that sort of a thing I certainly will oppose. However, the UDF government has failed to address the issue and left Christians to fend for themselves. The pastors who are raising their voices against the menace of love and narcotic jihad are simply being silenced. It is pertinent to note that the impact of demographic change is always felt over a period of time, typically decades and centuries. Who could have predicted that the Islamic onslaught in Kashmir in the 13th and subsequent centuries would de-Hinduize it to such an extent that there would practically be no Hindus left in the valley by the 21st century. And with the rampant love jihad cases being reported in Kerala, the cycle of demographic change has started. If Christians of Kerala continue with the perception of keeping the BJP out of power by voting en masse in bloc with the Islamists, it will be a matter of time before the radical Islamists come after them. A rough look at the demographic data over the last century or so is enough to paint a picture of changing demography of Kerala. According to available data, nearly 69% of Kerala's population followed Indic religions, predominantly Hinduism, in 1901. By 1951, their numbers had dwindled to 61%. 18% of Kerala was Muslim and 20% followed Christianity. However, by 2011, Hindus made up only 55% of Kerala's population. The proportion of Muslims had risen to 27%, while Christians hovered around the 18% mark. The last decade has seen accelerated growth in the number of Muslims. They are one of the few religious groups to have maintained a total fertility rate above 2, which means they are easily able to replace themselves while Hindus and Christians struggle. at the devious conversion trap set by the fundamentalists, and one can understand the skyrocketing Muslim numbers. The antidote to this growing menace is simple. The Christian voters need to pool their resources and vote to bring BJP to power. The UDF government is far too deep in its appeasement politics to do anything to clear the mess. However, BJP has nothing to lose and has a clear slate. Voting the Saffron party into power could be one of the best decisions Christians of the state can make to ensure their survival in the coming decades.